Hello my dudes and welcome to the shit show that is my YouTube channel. I'm aware that I haven't been on this channel for a long while and that's because I've been busy with school. But do not fret, for I have finally arrived and I bring to you this new YouTube video. Why am I doing a speed paint with a voiceover, I hear you asking? Well, it's because I fell into a rabbit hole that is Jinania Owo's channel and really wanted to do something like her videos because I thought it looked fun. Besides, with quarantine and school finally being over, I had nothing to do. So today's video will be about 3 of my ox. Those 3 are Reina, Seraphine, and Jordan. In their series those 3 are the most likely to be some type of idol. Seraphine would be a model or a backup dancer. Jordan and Reina would be pop stars. Maybe Jordan would be part of a boy band but Reina would go solo. What was I talking about? Alright, today's speed paint. The app I am using is no longer Sketch. Instead I am using Ibis Paint because Sketch was starting to look bad. The line art especially. It wasn't how I wanted it to look, so I decided to delete Sketch, insert photo, and download Ibis Paints, insert photo. As mentioned before, it looks a lot better now and I'm glad that I made the decision to switch. Not to mention that I no longer have to screen record since Ibis does it for you. Also know this is not sponsored by Ibis, by the way. If it was, then that would be whack. Especially since I don't have a big following. Speaking of following, I'll just go ahead and plug in my Instagram, insert photo, and say follow me at whatever_girl19 because might as well. I don't think I told you guys what's going on in this video yet. Oh? I haven't? Well, let's get to it. So for today's video I'll be drawing the 3 ox mentioned earlier in a fashion style I believe suits them best. I got this idea from looking at a drawing someone did of drawing some of the My Hero Academia boys and girls and turning their hero costumes into a casual outfit, insert photo. My ox don't have a hero costume. Maybe they will in the future. Instead what they wear for missions is just a battle uniform produced by the school. The type and style of the uniform is based on 3 things. 1. Your godly parent. That's only if you're a demigod. The reason the uniform is based on your godly parent is to show respect for them and to help identify you in case something happened. 2. Is what power type you have. The powers are often elemental based like the typical earth, water, air, and fire. But this isn't Avatar with only the avatar bending all the elements and the rest can only bend one type. No, instead this is a world where it's common for a demigod to be able to control many types of elements or other kinds of powers. For example, Poseidon kids can control earth and sea. Hephaestus kids can have strength-based powers, or just plain old super strength, be able to control lava or fire. Or have no powers but be able to see how an item is invented. Sometimes they can have all of the possible powers, but usually when that happens they are under strict protection due to their smell being very, very strong. In Percy Jackson, demigods would have a certain smell that monsters could smell and use it to track them. So I decided to use that but change it up a little. If you're a demigod but are a child of a minor, weak god or have no powers, then your smell isn't very noticeable. Lucky you. Meanwhile, if you're a very powerful demigod, then your smell will overpower the other smells around you. So usually those demigods will have some sort of protection or special training so they don't die at an early age. Wait, I went off topic. Back to coming up with the outfit ideas. Where was I? Alright. 3. The type of weapon you specialize in. The reason for this is because. Let's use Jordan as an example. Because his powers are weak, he does long distance fighting. He can do short distance but he prefers long distance, so his weapon is a bow and arrow. Meaning his battle uniform has disconnected sleeves, insert photo. The sleeves are there so his arms are protected but it's not connected to the body, so it's easier to draw the arrow back. But basically the uniforms are just plain black since most of the missions are at night. So instead of turning the uniforms into casual outfits, I took their personality and turned it into an outfit for them. It's not a style I made up. It's just, I already said this, but it's just what style they would look best in based on their personality. But before I explain how I came up with it, let me tell you a story about the previous recording of this speed paint. When I got the idea for the video, I had chosen the 3 characters I was going to draw, designed the sketch, and did the art. But you see, the thing is, I had no idea how much space screen recordings can take up in one's phone. I had at least 5 or 6 recordings of Raina's drawing and was barely able to make sure I still had room in my phone to combine all the recordings. I thought that was frustrating, but then came Seraphine's drawing. You see, Raina's recordings, if I remember correctly, in total was 5 hours tops. However, Seraphine's was 4 hours. Juby, isn't that less than 5 hours? Yes, and you would think that it would take up less space, right? Wrong. I had to delete all of my photos, most of my files, and around 10 or 11 apps just so I can combine the recordings together. Then I had to combine both videos together. Luckily I was able to, somehow, and I had started on trying to upload the video to my computer. I have a Windows laptop, and as we all know, Windows are slow. Now, it's not always slow, just most times it is. Anyways, the editing app I planned on using was slow. Very slow. But you know what, I still tried to use it. First try sucked, as well as the second and third time. But the fourth time I somehow managed to upload the video onto the app. I had planned on doing Jordan's drawing after figuring out how to use the app, so I tried a couple of buttons to upload audio to put in the background. That was when I noticed that the video was gone and I freaked out. How in the name of Hades did it just disappear? Like? What in the actual hell? 5 minutes later I calmed down and tried uploading it again to the app. When it wasn't in the file I put it in. And that's when I remembered, oh my fking gods, I deleted it. The reason it was deleted was because once I successfully uploaded the video into the app, I thought that, oh, I can delete the original videos, so I did. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to restore all the things that I had deleted, and to do that I had to delete the original, uncombined videos completely. Like, I couldn't just leave them in trash, no. I had to empty it once they were all in trash. Of course, before I did that I restored the pictures, videos I deleted to make space, and then deleted the videos. But still, I cried. I cried and wanted to give up and just lie down. After watching YouTube angrily, I had remembered that Ibis saves. Clap emoji, the clap emoji, process, clap emoji, of, clap emoji, making, clap emoji, the clap emoji, drawing. I was saved. But after editing the video I recorded the audio and realized that I need about 15-17 pages to fit a 12-minute video, so put a mental breakdown gif. Anyways, let's finally get to it. So for Raina's design, I made the executive decision that she would look good in a K-pop style inspired outfit. The reason this being is because of how confident it makes the idols look. Raina is a very strong character physical-wise and power-wise. Not to mention she can sing and likes dancing. So I thought by using the K-pop style I could convey that. I gave her a long coat that you typically see on the male idols. Insert photo. The sleeves are pink, the notch, I think that's the word, and the bottom fold is a lighter pink to complement the rest of the coat, which is a wider pink. Her top is a red shirt with black stripes that has Queen on the front. I tucked it in because that's common in the K-pop fashion, as well as the high-waisted shorts. Because I thought that the outfit needed a break from the red and pinks, I gave her light gray and white colored shoes. For the background I simply took the rose pen and put a bunch of roses in the back just so that the background isn't so bland. Her hair is the same as usual, but honestly I wish I did something different with it. Maybe next time I can find a way to make it look more fluffy or something. Seraphine's design is inspired by the hip-hop street style, but you can't really tell. Her pants are supposed to be the baggy sweatpants, insert photo, but the pose doesn't show it and I really wish it did, but you know what? I worked hard on coming up with it, so I'm content with it. Anyways, the reason that the pants are blue is because, in my opinion, there were too many bright colors already and I had wanted to make the boots black and a yellow-white. I gave her a windbreaker. The body and bottom part of the sleeves are a light yellow, meanwhile the sleeves are bright pink. The crop top's pattern is the lesbian flag but glitched up. If anyone has seen her before, you'd probably notice that her hair is flipped. The left side of her head is shaved and her roots are pink. I didn't like how it was in the original design, insert photo, so I thought that making it unshaved and short, insert photo, instead would have been better. But no. To me it looked like a Karen haircut, so I took the original design and flipped it. The reason for this outfit and how it suits her personality is because she's a very confident girl. She comes from a Christian family, so her being a Greek demigod is already seen as weird, being that her father is the most faithful. Second to her grandmother, who is not a big fan of her already. At a young age she learned that she doesn't need others' approval and grew up to be a strong and confident young woman. She's not on good terms with anyone in her family, so when she found out that she was a child of Aphrodite, she applied to a school overseas that can protect her from both monsters and the hate from her family. She was 11 years old. So to summarize her, I have to say she's very bold, so that's what I tried to show in her outfit. Boldness. Onto the design I actually like and probably wouldn't change. Jordan's design is my favorite of these three, if you couldn't tell. The pose is fine, it shows off what I had wanted to show off and shows his feminine and diva-ish side. The outfit in question took a while to figure out. I looked at many different outfit ideas until I came across two ideas, and I would, totally show them, but I can't. Why? Because I had to delete them from my phone. Bleep. Anyways, yeah, he's wearing a blue clear top that shows off his bust. I think that's what it's called. I gave him a corset because I saw some dude wearing one, insert photo, and I thought that he would totally wear one. The pants are ripped because why not? I gave him these cute boots with bows on top just because if I didn't he would never forgive me. As said before, Jordan is a feminine dude and isn't afraid to show it. He's confident in himself but still has his insecurities. I solely based his character off of Lance from Voltron, insert photo, because I liked how Lance was written. The confident and flirty boy who hides his insecurities, who eventually tells those who are close to him. But I changed a couple parts of the character so that Jordan is the feminine, confident guy who has insecurities but acknowledges them earlier on rather than hiding them. He's the guy at the party who'll grab your butt and when you turn around he'll be like, "What? I'm sorry, that's so old, I know, I just had to." Now a lot of people thinks he's gay cause 1, he has a boyfriend, and 2, he's feminine. He's bisexual, so he doesn't just flirt with guys, he also flirts with girls, but he doesn't cheat. He got cheated on once and it broke his heart, so he swore to never cheat on a partner. Anyways, that's it for this video. I don't have an outro or an intro other than just saying hi. Although I was thinking that since in real life I talk like a stereotypical frat boy, my intro can be something like "Hello my dudes and welcome to today's frat party," and I could end it like, "Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining my frat party, goodbye." Or something, I don't know, it sounds fun. So if one of you 17 subscribers want to comment an opinion about the intro and outro, please do. Alright, bye bye my dudes.